must it be that I break everything I hold?
Butterfly dancing in the sky, spreading wings, flying high. Colors reflect into your eyes. Lush, baby, love. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. When you walk in the room, you're still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look.
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
It's
know.
all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of the ILG Cup Season 3 Cuttack Minor happening down at AR Gamers Asylum. Before we do go any further with the grand finals, a quick shout out to our sponsors to make the tournaments possible. Title sponsors Alienware powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors Next Wave Multimedia and Casper's Key, GPU partner Galax, energy drink partner Monster Energy, and well, the Silver Serpents, they're full of energies, they won't try to B-rush, they have utility on the back of that, but Razor, cutting them short, cutting their heads on the entry. A Quack finally does find the refrag though, but it's a man advantage for the elements, and they're more than comfortable playing passive. They have one player in the backstab already in the form of Nims coming from LT, while the remaining 3 players of elements brute force their way into the murder holes. What will happen though? A Quack, he gets caught off trying to go aggressive, but Nims coming in from the back lines, able to get RS. It leaves only Haxi, but 1 versus 2. Is it even viable here? No, it isn't. Imba comes in with the kill, and that's gonna be the element securing the pistol round. Beautiful start off to the grand finals as the Silver Serpents almost find a way to make it work, but at one point they were just stuck at side. They had no place to go. With both the back lines and the front lines closing in on them, it became a very hard ask post that. And it does seem like we have the match pause. Do enjoy the music as we do try to push ourselves to fix this as fast as we can. Alright, it does seem like the game is good to go. The elements good for the first round, and now this buy. It's questionable. The Silver Serpents, I thought they might just go for something along the lines of a little purchase given how the economy has changed recently, but doesn't seem to be the case. They still want to stick to conventional pistols. Bunty pushing it through top mid and Haxley holding the perfect line for it. If Bunty stares there for any longer, he might just get sandwiched. No! Abu! It took him a couple of taps, but he did land it. And that is the man advantage netted. A Mac 10, an MP9, my bad, onto Haxley's hands. Trying to push up through mid here, but Imba will sense the defense being lost towards mid, will rotate in the nick of time. 4 versus 4 now, things are dead even. Nims almost getting caught off guard there, but did manage to compose himself. 3 versus 4. The Silver Serpents only picked up single file at the XM from Razor. They'll completely deny them access in towards upper tunnels, and they're just grouping up for this. Even if they do, the XM is more than capable to dismantle the push, and this is exactly why RS immediate headshot to the face to wake him up. As Haxi is left alone now in a 1 versus 4. The bomb dropped right inside the tunnels, and they know exactly where he is as well. Haxi actually gets a frag on a Nims. Pretty impressive stuff over there, but at the end, the elements do come up with the round without much casualties. The Silver Serpents on the other hand, they didn't get the bomb plan this time around, but courtesy of the one gearing the pistol, they can invest. An AWP onto Abu, so he is going to be going glass cannon. Should expect something along the lines of a smoke or a flash to be purchased from his end. Spotting the cross, but the smoke there to help the CD cross RS. He's going to take the engagement to it along the flashes are perfect, but he's trying to play around it. Going in for the peek and Imba, he's just wrecking them. Mows him down in towards long, and he's saying, you are long gone. There's only one man remaining, and it's Abu. 1 versus 5. Does get the initial kill onto Bunty, but a monumental task ahead of him. And with players closing around him like sharks, what can he even do? 1:13 left in the clock, and Imba watching the cross will keep him humble towards T-spawn. Imba downs him at range, 3-0. The elements, they managed to win this round out and in dominant fashion. The Silver Serpents, they wanted to aggress long for control, but the utility from the elements far too powerful. The counter flashes, it just didn't allow the Silver Serpents to get anywhere close to contest long. And now they're going to be up on mere pistols with barely any utility to work with. Only a flashbang on Abu. 1 Molotov, that's all it requires, and well, this is the matchmaking strat down the drain. Molotov, smoke, everything to give as much safety as they can, but the pushing through mid, this might change things because if Imba goes down, it might be a huge issue, and he does, but after getting 2 frags, Bunty, only good for 1 though, and there's only 1 more player in the side. Razor, he needs to step up massively for his team, not allow the B defense to be weakened, and he's spraying him down. Perfectly done. Just worrying about 1 angle at a time, not really giving 2 hoots about the secondary one. Knew that he had time to get the second kill in, even if he was not having an aggressive eye there. Silver Serpents, they have the buy coming in, but it's not really a great one. The utility is lacking all across the board, but they might just compensate for the lack of utility by kills. They are trying to contest long yet again, but elements. Oh, Imba! Damn! Through the smoke, random spray connection made. Bunty tagged down to 42. The nade will push him back on the passive stance. Nims lays down some kind of cover, but in all honesty, they need to either control long or they need to relinquish short. They're not doing either the circumstance. The smoke definitely does help, but how long will Nims be able to hold on to this position? It's all going to be on LK and how he decides to anchor the side. Because if he goes down here, this will be the absolute worst case scenario. LK, good job on the first, while Bunty takes care of work towards B. Now, there's going to funnel them into his A short. Razor dodging the flash. LK aggressive on the back of that blind as the back still lands the frag. Fallen is fallen. Oh my god, LK! Deagle to finish off the job. What a beautiful play! LK keeping a shot impenetrable. The Silver Serpents not finding success at any area of the map whatsoever. Only one bomb plant in the last 5 rounds, and it was the pistol round, so not much going in the favor of the Silver Serpents. And mind you, this is Silver Serpents map pick.
Exactly. I mean, I think Silver Serpents they're off for a rough start. Maybe early morning lag, I guess, brain lag maybe, but
Well, we did have SRA who did say they're a morning team, and you never really know how many teams are like that, or even if that's a phenomenon. At least in my mind it won't be, but hey, everyone has their own stroke to it. Imba, again, consistent as ever, gets the initial kill on Abu and disengages as well. LK covering him like a bro. A quack. He got wrecked as soon as he went in for the peak, but actually coming up with one of his own, gets the initial entry, and now this will allow them to at least gain some kind of real estate into his A-bomb side. Imba just trying to be as much of a nuisance as he can, with the bomb line going down. Imba going to be on the peak. 3, 2, 1. He punches in the digits, but Imba, he's punching with the bullets. He does every single part of the retake, and all by his lonesome. Who the hell needs teammates? But Imba, he might have just one-upped himself. Bunty luckily takes him through the flames, and that's going to be a 6th run on the board. The Elements, what a perfect job on the whole, getting the initial kill and playing off that. The Silver Serpents always left in the disadvantage regardless which engagement they took on which terms.
I mean, Imba is just taking lawn control every round. I mean, he's on 13 kills. 13 kills, 2 assists and 2 deaths.
Exactly, he has like more than double of everyone on the server, so really gotta commend him for that. Perfect start to the grand finals than he could have expected. Now, the man in question, Imba, he's taking a more passive stance. Didn't have the spawn. It's going to be on to LK to defend long this time around. And Fallen again has fallen. The man advantage keeps swaying the way of Elements every time the round starts. In the flash, are they going to aggress on the back of this? This might be risky. Oh no! Slice and dice! That's how we roll! He gets the frag. Imba knows that there's gonna be one towards Medic. Quack! He's gonna walk into his crosshairs. The Elements, they just look too precise now. Their defense, it's far too strong for the Silver Serpents as LK gets yet another. They're gonna backstab him. LK, does he know he's too short? Oh, the turnaround, RS. How cruel could a day be to you? And mind you, this is the grand finals of the ILG Cup Season 3 Cuttack Minor. Do you even see 216-0s happening on this one?
I don't know, maybe Silver Serpents are gonna... I think next map is Overpass. No, wait, it was Mirage. Mirage second pick and Overpass is on Decider, so... I hope
It's gonna be a hard task for Silver Serpents.
I mean, I hope it goes for a three maps, you know?
Well, you do like to go all the way, but if the way is complete domination, you like to put it to a full stop as soon as you can. Imba again, consistent as ever, delivering his team the entry they need to close this game out as soon as they can. But Abu has to say in the matter though, gets the kill out of Imba, not getting overly zealous and going for the gun. The bomb is waiting right outside up a tunnel to Abu. This is a questionable engagement, but the frag towards me is going to be the all-important one, and Razor, he just demolishes them. Okay, coming very up close and personal. Abu just downed him though, but he's down to 3 HP himself. Now, they need to get the bomb and get it planted. Fallen, he's already fallen down to 39 and he's down. He bites the dust as Bunty takes him down. It's only left onto Abu. But how much could Abu do in the situation? Barely anything to work with. 3 HP, jumping down, Bunty, watching his exact vicinity, and that's not how you peek towards B. Didn't have the HP to nonetheless. 8-0, the Elements, if not a perfect half, they've at least secured themselves a lead in the first half. What do they do from here? They've tried to contest towards A, they've tried to contest towards short, they've tried to contest in towards B. Nothing seems to work out for the Elements, for the Silver Serpents. Now, what's the What's the plan gonna be like? They're trying to get shot control, but little do they know, Bunty already lies in wait to wreak havoc upon you, Imba. That is a little scary considering that he could have gone there, but Razor pushing in through lower tunnels. He's gonna be the man in charge because he is completely overlooked. He had the potential to get yet another, but he lets its team off a bit and then backstab. This is not happening. The Silver Serpents, regardless where they go, it's just them being put in a box and then being toyed around with. Imba can get the final kill. No, he misses the shot. Tries to get the second shot in, but can't recock fast enough. Nims, one tap, two extinction. RS is dead. And so is the hope for Silver Serpents getting a decent scoreline now.
Fallen's on 0 kills.
He needs to step up here. He needs to start delivering for his team, especially considering that this is the grand finals. You have a little bit of room to breathe with. It's a best of 3, but it's your map pick where you're struggling in. What about the others? I've not seen a Molotov ever in my life. Alright.
He actually missed it. He was supposed to go towards the other side of the blue box, you know?
Oh, alright. Smart. Okay, beautiful aim, beautiful finish. Can hit the second as well. Krieg Specialist steps up when required. The Silver Serpents, they try to push regardless where they push. They're getting pushed back and they're getting pushed down. It simply doesn't seem like they're day to day. The engagement towards mid. Imba. Beautiful flash. There was nothing he could do. He was just dabbing to death like it is 2014. And, well, LK. This man has stepped up for his team on multiple occasions, and I doubt he'd let his team down in one of these. Holding a nice angle, but he actually ends up falling. Now that's opened up the window of possibilities. Imba doesn't need to sweat as he did have Razor coming from the back line. And Oris is still dead low. The spray is gonna finish him off. 10-0. The Silver Serpents. It just doesn't seem like they're ready for what elements have to throw for them. And what elements have to throw towards them is just aggression, aggression, aggression.
I don't think they had any strats drawn up to Dust 2. I don't even know why they picked Dust 2, you know? I mean, it's not like they're not trying. They are trying, but they're getting demolished by it.
It's more about their strategy falling flat than their aim, and Bunty again taking down Fallen. This comes down to more of utility practice than actual aim practice. How to get into proper positions. Again, like you said, one small gap in the smoke already nets Bunty 2 kills. They do get a refrag luckily, but for what cost? And well, it's another frag in return. Bunty just going absolutely ham with the AWP. LK, the sole defender of the A side, the flick. Haxi, nothing he could have done about that whatsoever. And Nims coming in from the back lines yet again to take RS down. 11-0, the elements. This is just not their day. This is just their day. There's nothing that the Silver Serpents can do that will stop them. Maybe better on utility perhaps, but how much could you learn in a minute pause? Flashes towards long. LK eager to contest. Insta kill. Abu. It's been like this for the majority of the game. The kills just don't seem to make sense in Silver Serpent side of things, but hell, in games like these you need your mental composure, you need your teammates, and you need utility above all to make sure that the elements can't keep replicating what they've been doing.
You see the 3 terrorists coming up long, but there's one lurking in upper tunnels. I don't know why that's happening, you know. There you go, the flash.
This is juicy, but hell, it ended up being crispy because it's all the headshot that it took to dismantle that push. LK good for the first frag, but he knows if he repeats, he's gonna be a dead man. They have good cover towards shot, so that's not an avenue they need to be worried about. And like you said, the backstab, it falls flat on its back. Imba regressing, Fallen finds the flick. That changes things now. Razor, he will need to be passive on this. He needs to allow Bunty and LK to be on the hold. And well, they're holding alright. They're holding on to the deer side with their deal lives. RS trying to get the spot in. Can't spot him out. The flash is in. The peek is out. The ops prime to his position as he tries to scour to position. He's not able to find any cover though. All he has is the ninja box and he's trying to dance for his life. Razor is like, nah. And you can see in the last few moments, instead of pushing forth to the side, he was covering around for some kind of cover, but he never really got it. And well, the Silver Serpents, not sure what covered, but they gotta feel a little disappointed with this one. They had so much potential in the first half with so much innovative things they could have done. Perhaps mid to B from LT would have done better. But talking about that, Bunty wants to put a nail on the coffin and make me eat my words at the same time. Gets the initial frag, regardless in what way Silver Serpents try and adapt. They're just getting decapitated. Oh my god, Nims! Why? That's cruel! Oh
I
no.
mean, wherever Silver Serpents go, they're just getting deleted, you know? They're just
Oh!
like headless chickens.
Exactly, and Nims, he has an appetite, alright. 30-0, my goodness, the Silver Serpents. Will they even find a round here? What do you predict?
I don't know, buddy. It's hard. Both hard.
Both hard, exactly. But let's see if Silver Serpents ka time aayega. The flash, the peak, Nims making his way into play. The nade is beautiful. Takes Axie down at 18. He's staying on the back of that smoke, and Nims, consistent as ever, yet again gets the entries. And LK with the AWG rings a bell on RS. The push. It's been completely dismantled. I don't even know what they're doing at T-spawn right now. It just seems very, very disjointed. Quack did manage to catch an aggressive Nims off, and now they have something to work with, but that something is still not a lot. A Quack. Look at the first one on the Bunty here. Bunty. Not gonna go on a repeat just yet, but LK is. Aggressive stance all across the map as usual. Elements still getting these frags single file. A Quack, will he be ready for the first? Yes, he is. Razor is down, but Bunty, he's very close to the response. The P250 out. No, they're not seeing each other. They do. At the final moment, he can't pull the trigger. A Quack. He's gonna quack his way to his grave, as it's gonna be only one man remaining, and it's Fallen. Needs to pull up an exceptional play to get his team the first round that they so desperately need. The Elements, they're more than comfortable playing passive with this one, so they don't need to worry all that much. And Bunty coming in the backlines might just cement things. Falling, he hears him, but then, oh! Sit down, son!
What?
He got wrecked!
What?
I mean, like, that jump shot, is this ILG or MLG? Look at that! Freaking Call of Duty, bro, but that's on mobile. Woohoo! And the Silver Serpents, actually the best day for them, though, Abu. It's been the first time, I think, in the entire game where they were able to find the initial pick, but Imba, or always ready to contest. The Molotov is in, the flash is out, and the peak, it's to perfection! Nims finds yet another, but they're finally responding at the Silver Serpents with an advantage. Abu peering on top of the smoke, able to get the kill. Nims luckily able to respond though. Could he get the second? Yara is trying to take cover, and he can't. 11 HP is all that remains. Nims trying to extend himself there. Could have gotten the fourth, but can't take the passive stance. Had the bomb drop right outside A long, but that's gonna be the Elements losing a little bit of steam. The Silver Serpents, they get their first round and their only round on the board for the half. And Elements, it's a monstrous performance from them. Pistol round. What does Silver Serpents even do here? A lot of utility. For the first 3 players without armor, it's a very huge disadvantage. And considering it's a rush towards B, it might be an even bigger disadvantage. The Molotov, it's perfect though. But Nims counters it with the smoke. They're trying to be on the entry here, but they're getting decimated. Imba, he's all that remains of the slaughter. A nice smoke, tries to get himself the bomb, but mind you, he has no armor to work with. He's dodging bullets here. He's like Neo from the Matrix. They're trying to slice and dice him. But are they finding the dice? No, they aren't. They're finding the bullet in his back. 14-2. The Silver Serpents, they get that second round on the board.
I mean, there was a much needed round, you know. That's one step closer to make a comeback.
Yeah, but considering you don't have any margin for error, the Silver Serpents, it's gonna be all pressure on them, and considering it's their map pick as well, it might be even more hard to expect one. Not really sure.
Why throw smoke there?
Not really sure, but Haxi, he has other plans. Imba is able to get the refrag, and that's gonna be fair enough for the T's, but the overextension, Abu cuts him off. They did try to take long control. I'm not really sure why they relinquished it as well, because now Nims, he's set up in a beautiful position. Goes for the player in through side, the flick, it doesn't land. He's trying to go for more here, but Fallen covering his teammate from car, and Abu, he's been looking on point with the scout. Oh my god, that flick! Beautiful job. Only LK remaining, and he's coming in from the back lines. Will they expect us now with the question? I don't think they would. And LK is completely missed RS as well. Slowly just marching on. And they do have a Quack who will watch in through CT, so that won't be an area to take too much tension about. They're very passive here. Takes the initial engagement towards RS. Wins it out as well. Only 22 HP left though. Fallen. Hungry for frags. Will take him down. 14-3. The Elements, they're slowly starting to lose steam here, but the Silver Serpents, they don't have much steam to gain. It's gonna be another round, and then we'll see Elements on the buy. If they do get a bomb plant, they'll have a pretty good buy as well. Do you expect a bomb plant to come in? What do you expect to happen now?
I mean, I think this is gonna get decimated when wherever they rush, you know. They don't have utility. I mean, CTs are rich right now, but let's see how it goes.
They're richy rich, but mind you, for the CTs to be richy rich, it's harder than the T's, and well, Razor makes it a little more easier for Haxi as he tries to aggress on the back of that smoke. Is he spotted? Yes, he is. Beautiful shot. Imba insta kill. Man neutralizer coming in for the Elements as now they slowly gain real estate, but the Quack there to shut it close, and the aggression from short from Fallen, supported on the back of a Quack, will be able to net them a kill. This is just players down single file. SRS should find the background on the Bunty. This is just a typical anti-eco round, and this is the way it's meant to be played as well. And Silver Serpents not losing any big gun in the process, only losing one man as well. And the Elements, the buy is going to come in, a pretty decent one as well. Sadly, we won't have an AWP up for grabs. You think that Elements need to stick to maybe a AWP, or you think their rifles are faring them well for now?
I don't know. I think on the CT side, they were good on every weapon they played. They were so aggressive on the CT side, but I think they need to do the same with in the T side, you know.
Ooh, Abu missing an uncharacteristic shot, but gets the flick. Nims, not really sure why he wanted to contest that long range against an AWP. Could have realized that there was an AWP after the initial shot, but missed and fallen back. But that's not the route he'll take. Fallen.
I mean, looking at how Silver Serpents are playing, I don't think Elements need an AWP. You know, they're not very aggressive. You can just take map control and then use your utility and just barge in with rifles.
Exactly. Use it if needed, not if just granted. Abu gets yet another as he cements long to his name, although LK capitalizing upon his scope, able to get the initial kill, but Bunty makes hand down to death. Nothing he could have done there. Already did tap into a booby trap. LK needs to go get the bomb, but that might just clear up the back lines for him. Haxi, does he spot him? Does he hear him? I don't think so. What's gonna happen here? It's so PTSD. LK, I think he finally realizes that there is a man in the back lines, and now he has to be worried about both. Haxi is more than comfortable of playing this passive. Does not need to take the engagement here. And he will force them into the hands of both Fallen on RS. Beautiful headshot. 14-5, the Silver Serpents. Starting to get a sizable economy here, but the only issue is if they lose a round, they're up against map and match points. So, economy, yes, it will allow you to have consistent utility, but on the other end, you don't have many rounds to work with. Well, the Galil purchase is something that I've been vying for a couple of days. And in all honesty, I'm really excited about this new Galil meta coming out. I think I'm the only one who is, considering how many close rounds we'll have, and considering that even off low economies we can see buys and we can see real contentions from either side.
They did reduce the spray recoil from us and Galil, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, and the money as well. The Galil now costs $1,800, so it's even cheaper than the P90. Just put that in perspective. Wow, taking the fight in at mid, down 10 points of health, and he doubles up. And I think we have a recurring tendency of teams just knowing how to play one side without knowing the other. The Silver Serpents, the D side, it looked horrible, not gonna lie. Every time they went, everywhere they went, it fell flat. But on their CT side, they're able to hold crossfires, they're able to play off each other. Some questionable utility usage coming in as well, but in the grander scheme of things, they have elements figured out for now. But for how long will elements be susceptible, that is the question, because now they've realized something. They're going aggressive towards either side. Now he's win by here, weak point in contention, but a quack! He's gonna cement the B-side under his name as he gets all 3 frags! They just keep rushing into him, and he's like, come get me! Imba! He's coming to get him, but he's coming in through the murder hole. Can he be good for the frag? Here is the question, because the quack, he's holding down 2 position at once. Limbs should have aggressed just the second try, because then it would have been a possibility, but fallen from the backlines to take him out. 14-7, the Silver Serpents. They do great on the holds. A quack. Not the best recoil control that you can see, but he did the damage and he shelled them off the B side. The elements, they have yet another buy to work with, but comparatively low utility, and now the early contention into a short. Imba is going to be ready for this. He hears the exact play, and he downs one as well. Haxi needed to go for the refrag there, but he falls. The 2-man advantage, the Silver Serpent, so close yet so far. Imba, all 3 entries under the book, and he gets the 4th. RS, he gotta be wondering what the hell just happened to the rest of his team and him as he joins them in the afterlife. It's only gonna be a quack remaining, and I think they already have an inkling as to where he is. Is he gonna give Imba the ace? Yes! Imba comes in with the ace, putting in the elements at map point. What a beautiful display of skill. Gets both of them to his shot. They try to aggress here. And this shot just completely shut. This shot just shut things down. He jumps down, alright. Tap, tap. Done. And the final kill is just an icing atop the cake. And it's damn sweet. Haxi. At least for now, trying to hold on. What is LK doing? Getting caught sleeping, and Razor gets taken as well. How is it become a 2 versus 5? Suddenly the Silver Serpent's showing a bit of form, able to retaliate against the beast. That's Imba pushing on through. Bunty does take him down though. 1 versus 4, and he's trying to extend this. Bunty gets yet another. Now, what if this is how the elements win map 1?
Look how spread out they are.
The Molotov. This might be another kill. The AWP is out. Oh, he spotted him. He definitely spotted that. Now, luckily, he has backup coming his way. But he can de-aggress here, and he is. But there is a man waiting at T-spawn. That's going to be the problem. But the head revealed and taken care of. Abu, mind you, he's a sole player in towards the side. He's holding the line very close here. Bunty might just come up with a massive play. He gets the flick. Abu, he's gonna be sensing that from a mile away.
Is this another ace?
It very well could be. I think he spotted, but why does he have a big block?
Yes, he did.
Oh, the big brain plays. 20 seconds left. He's heading his way towards the B side. He doesn't have a gun. Where is the gun? I mean, like, I've heard of G moments, not G bloopers. If he wins this round, I personally try and give him some G points.
I can, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, we'll see, because this might just be back-to-back aces to push elements to a map victory.
On the back of a Glock.
That might be RS choking later on, but we'll need to see if Bunty can actually clutch this one out. RS He's gonna be wondering how he's being toyed with so much. Time is definitely a factor. Bunty, he's more than comfortable shoulder baiting. No, the shot taken, but Norris lands it.
I don't think he has time. He has no kill.
He has no kill.
GG.
Don't be a loser. Buy a diffuser. 5, 4. It takes lower and lower, but does he have it? No. It's gonna be the Elements winning map 1 out on the back of 2 back-to-back clutches with an ace from Bunty, right?
Bunty and Imba.
Bunty and Imba, beautiful performances coming in from them. The Elements, they look strong to take the second map home, but we will be back with it after a short break. Before we do go though, quick shout out to our sponsor to make the tournament possible. Title sponsors ASYLUM by Logitech G, associate sponsors Nestle Multimedia and Kaspersky, GP partner Galax, engineering partner Monster Energy.
Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold? Don't know what it takes to make it through the day. Though I'm standing here, let you walk away remains my greatest fear. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody that floats above any waves. But I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Now I believe that you are not yet free, but I've got this fear that I'm not either in my bones, you see. So we can only hope to hold the others strong, and in the arms of grace will be your love, will be your song. I'd like to be a voice without a way, melody that floats above any wave. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody that floats above any wave. But I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold?
Butterfly dancing in the sky, spreading wings, flying high. Colors reflect into your eyes, lush, baby, love. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, say close to me. listen, sky. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. Na 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 na. Close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good.
Alright, this is gonna be the potential last map, at least in my eyes. I think that Elements, they have this one pinned to the nail. Before we do go any further with the second map of the ILG Cup Season 3 Cuttack Miners Grand Finale, a quick shout out to our sponsors to make the tournament possible. Title sponsors ASYLUM powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors Next Wave Multimedia and Kaspersky, GPro partner Galax, engineering partner Monster Energy. And well, the Elements, they look pretty damn solid on map 1, which was Silver Serpent's pick of Dust 2, and this time around we're heading it down to Sunny Mirage. What do you expect here, Manoj? What do you think that's going to be different?
I think this is going to be a close one. So Silver Serpent starting off on the CT side. They're pretty good on the CT side on Dust 2, but let's see how it goes.
Ooh, you said that being good on the CT side of the USP speciality for Haxi as he gets the initial entry onto his mid, and a Quack chiming in as well, getting a kill in through CT, but he should not overcommit here. Fallen, very risky, but risk reward! He balances it and he sways it in the favor of the Silver Serpent as he pushes on through the smoke, and Abu does the same, taking Nims down. What an explosive start, like you said. The Silver Serpents taking the pistol round in the bag. The Elements, they get bagged in return. They get the bomb plant alright, but they couldn't do much post the bomb plant because regardless where they went aggressive, the Silver Serpents were countering their aggression with the aggression of their own, and to a point, there's nothing that Elements could have done in that scenario. And given that the early backstab did get taken down by Haxi towards mid, that was essentially the undoing of them. The Elements, they might have lost the previous round, but this is what I was looking for, Manoj. Look at this, the Galil purchase on the back of that bomb plant. This is going to change things, and hopefully the CS meta in general in India, Emba, he looks to change things all by himself. Haxi already down 63. It will be a problem for him later on as he tries to take more engagements. The spam through the wood. Fallen taken down to 56 as well. The Silver Serpents, they're losing grounds here. They're trying to counteract. They're playing proactive as much as they can. Haxi hiding. It was a perfect time to pull the trigger, and Razor smartly spots him out. Another jump that could have very well been punished. Haxi needs to start delivering, but Razor shot with his aim decapitates Haxi. The man towards mid is down, but a Quack, he looks to come in with some kind of sneaky response as he's coming in through ladder room. Immediate shot on a Razor. Bunty is going to be on the premature peak though, and he gets the kill nonetheless. For a second I thought that a Quack would be able to hold that position a little more strong, but he tried to aggress. He gets caught off guard. Fallen 1 versus 4 coming in from shot. Bunty knows exactly where to look and exactly where to execute. The Elements, they come up with the force response. The Silver Serpents, that piss around didn't account for much, and this is what I've been afraid of. So during Zawi Extreme Slams this time around, they were I think 80% of the rounds were won out by the T side, even if they did lose the pistol round and get the bomb plant. And well, seeing the same in Indian CS is generally really good because we'll stay up to the force meta. The Indian CS scene in general is based around a force meta. So having a force meta now in CS is really nice to watch, to see how Indian esports might grow even further.
I mean,
Actually, he gets the kill on a Razor, but he's still stuck in the corner, and he tried his best in that scenario. Nothing much he could have done regardless of where he was positioned there. Fallen will be able to catch Bunty in transition. Immediate headshot takes him down, and a Quack on the other end. He drops the bomb. This might be a problem now. Elements, they've let go of the bomb. The smoke is gonna help him definitely, and Nibs just walks into his bullets. This is not how it is supposed to go. Fallen, he already spotted LK. Mind you, LK has a Krieg, so he can't take this to range. But look at this, the Silver Serpent smartly adapting. They're like, we know you're gonna take it to range. We're gonna take this to close range. LK, how does he come up? Massive gets the first kill. Gets second. Oh my god! LK! The quad kill, 1 versus 2 clutch! Now look at this, the Silver Serpents, they did everything in their power, but LK just powering through. Beautiful realization that he will be on top of the table there. And he burned the whole house down. 2-1. The Silver Serpents, a map down, a round down, and down at hopes as well, as their own mere pistols. Flash is gonna come in, but the Silver Serpents, they want to take this one to range again. They know that they have mere pistols on their arsenal, so they're trying to make the most use of it. Razor, common angle to check, common angle to free fire, common angle to go down, Axie. Not as much of a sneaky blade now, are you? Aggression. They do sandwich Imba into a crossfire, but that's bought time for the rotations. LK, consistent as ever with his creep, gets a double. A quick one in that as well. Fallen, trying to respond in through short, gets yet another. Making there's a possibility, but Razor to cut that possibility short. 3-1. The Silver Serpents, they do damage alright, but they don't find a round on the back of this. They never were expected to, but what I didn't expect now is a complete buy, because they will be completely low on utility that it might be a hindrance. The Elements, they might just wait it out for a minute and then commit for a final push.
I mean, you saw how they played the round 2 with the 5 gullies and 1 flash, mind you. They used the flash to get mid control and they just slowly made their way, waited for Silver Serpents to come into their crosshair.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it was Haxi who went down towards ladder room and then it was towards connector. I don't know who it was, but that was beautifully played by Elements.
Exactly. They knew that they only need to get in position. After that, they need to work off Silver Serpents' misplace, and they did exactly that. They rooted out every single player, and at the end, the tree got uprooted. There is a stack happening towards B, but the Elements are not in a position where they can even get any information off this. They have completely relinquished mid-control this time around, where the Silver Serpents, they're contesting it heavily, but LK coming in through the side, might just
they've sold the fake!
The flash, it's beautiful, so is the finish and the fake, it's even better. LK re-aggressing, he gets yet another. They call him a player who needs a fake, but a quack! Double sprayed out, holding the B side all to himself like a rook, and he might just get the second when you're Imba. He doesn't know where he is. Spots, oh no, he then for the barrel finally gets the kill. Fallen is actually the one who has the kill in return. It's only going to be on to LK. Already has a double kill in his belt, needs another quad kill to pull this round back for his team. Another 1 versus 2, who knows? Now they have utility, now they have weaponry, now they have everything going in that favor. With 30 seconds left in the clock, LK, he needs to make a move and he needs to make it now. Coming in from underpass, he wants the element of surprise to be in his books, and considering that the defense is spread thin, he might just find single pickings here. A quack. He's got to be watching both B short and Apps. He did spot him though, and that will buy rotation from Fallen. He's trying to do his best here, but 24 HP LK. He might just get the clutch, and Fallen! Watching the angle sharp, 2-3. The Silver Serpents, they're able to gain a round on the back of a Quack's heroic spray. And this almost came to reality here, LK. If you would have gotten that last kill, we would have lost our nuts. No pun intended. Does seem like desperation might be hitting the Elements now. A B rush, that's what we have in store. Considering that they have forward mid control, might be an issue, but Abu, can he stand up to the fray here? A lot of players CQC gets the first on a Bunty, but he's being sidelined before he knows it. Luckily, rotations are committed from B short though, and the smoke will push them back perfectly. But again, a quack with the spray connects it on a Nims. Could he get the? Oh no! For a second, I thought that might just go haywire there, but now the pushing through market, Fallen, very close angle, might just not be able to clear it. The flick! Okay, dead on the entry, and Fallen, he might just try to extend the lead, but Haxi from the backline to wreak havoc. As the Silver Serpents, they find the equalizer, the Elements. They try to aggress on the hold, and that is the right thing to do here. You need a little bit of real estate to defend the bomb with. They try to take market control, they try to contest B short, but regardless where they went, the Silver Serpents always a step ahead.
I mean, I think Elements made something out of that round. They got a bomb plant, you know. I mean, they can get a full buy and maybe get, you know, like how they played the second round. Get mid control, slowly progress towards connector or B short. That's the name of the game, mid control.
Alright. Well, it does seem like they're working off your advice. They're smoking through Snap and S, and now mid. It's gonna be received by the nade from Haxi. Does barely, only does 1 damage. Wow.
CS
Alright.
gold perhaps.
CS gold. What can you say about that? I mean, like, the nade is such a good utility, but seeing it like this, it might be an issue. A quack, backlines, kill taken, Imba. He was patient, he was waiting for that, but he still ends up going down. On the other end, the similar case with Haxi. He was patient, he ended up going down. Openings created towards either end, but which end will capitalize upon it is the question. A quack, de-aggressing. I'm not really sure if they know about Razor. Oh my freaking god, a quack! quack. The brains of this guy must be freaking massive. Fallen, holding the angle in from Market, gets the initial kill, 2 versus 3. He's keeping the numbers to his advantage. Beautiful bunny hop to get in through side. And now the CQC battle commences. How will Fallen deal with this? A lot of pressure all around him. And the sideline, it might just come into picture now. He's coming in, he's aggressing. Nobody's spotted each other. This is a game of cat and mouse. But who's the cat here? Who's the mouse? Who will engulf the other whole? There is a backstab in fruition. All Fallen needs to do here is hold. And needs to hold on to dear life. The P50 out. Elements, they're biting their time here. And now he's made a little bit of noise. Okay, the tag comes in. The kill goes out. It's only left all Bunty. But Fallen a step ahead. Beautiful hold towards the B side. Handles every single T all by himself. Initial shot was good, but the mind games later on, that really changed things. He knew exactly where the second player was. Calm, cool, collected, denies the bomb because he knew that 30 seconds were on the clock. If he kills that guy, there's a huge possibility that it'll be refragged. The mind games just not favoring Elements for now. Double op setup this early on. Do you think that this is the best way that the Silver Serpent should carry this forward, a double op?
I'd say yes, but look at how Elements, like just barge in. That's pretty good, like get an op towards connector or jungle and one CT or B. That's just passive.
Fail Molotov, but nevertheless he's stepping up in terms of shots as he's hitting every single one of them, flooding outside here. Ram down to 0 HP though, courtesy of Imba. 2 versus 3, the T's. They do end up trading each other out and they will be able to pick up guns here. The utility, it's still going to be alive for a little bit of time at a quack. The forward smoke will allow him to maneuver a bit. Ooh no, he spots the bomb. The re-aggression from Nims, it actually catches the quack off guard. What a bait play, what a switch play. How did he manage to get that? 1 versus 2 makes it a possibility for Imba and a spam through the smoke. Imba creeping on through, misses the shot though. Abu capitalizes. 5-3. The Silver Serpents are able to make this work on the back of a double op setup. The Elements, they didn't get a bomb plan alright, but they have the buy coming in.
If Silver Serpents loses round, it's a tie game. They're broke.
Exactly. The Elements, they have a chance to respond, but they need to do it quick before the Silver Serpents are able to grow their economy. Haxi again, initial entry netted with the AWPS. He's come alive when his team needed it. Fallen, the secondary op, it rings the bell as well. A quack, the double kill. It's just frags after frags after frags collected by the Silver Serpents, having nothing in return from the Elements. Bunty, will he return fire though? Yes, he does. Finally, some frags going the way of the Elements, but a quack, he's ready, he's honed in, and he's zoned in. 6-3, the Silver Serpents, they want map 3. Quack and Haxi individually stepping up for their team alongside Fallen. RS not even needed to lift a finger, still on 0 kills, but hey, when things work, you don't really need to change them. The smoke in through B shot is a complete B execute from the Elements. Oh no, the flash, we all saw that, buddy. We all saw that. And Abu, he's gonna see a lot of terrorists coming on board. Gets the first imbus close to the line though, and he spots another coming in from Ash. 2 bullets is all that he has remaining. Swaps out of the USP, wants to take this to range, but no! Bunty getting caught off guard with the nade in his hand. The worst possible situation as Fallen takes Nims down through the wall. It's only LK remaining. Not a single player falling from the Silver Serpents as they manage to keep all 5 on board the comeback train. LK, what does he even do now? Quack aggressing from underpass. He certainly must have heard that, but Quack was more than happy to just run him down. Just to connect to, but LK actually gets a drop on him. Now, it's not a possibility as there's already rotations committed in through jungle and CT. Look at this balls of steel on Abu. The audacity to go for that peak. But hey, when your teammates are backing you in every step you take, there's no reason to take a step back. The Elements, they've scrambled together a buy here. They have a good bit of utility going alongside it as well. It's only Razor who's down in terms of weaponry. He's down to Deagle and Imba only had a smoke to invest into. But like I said, Manoj, Elements, they're very quirky players. Like in the second round they're able to work off Galils and only a single flashbang to a round victory, this doesn't seem far from a possibility.
Exactly.
Bunty is trying to sell a lurk play here, but Haxi again honed in on towards ramp. Razor tries to take an initial engagement but ends up going down. Now this might be the cue for Bunty to get things going because he needs to sell the fake. Abu, I think he's already a step ahead. Spots Bunty, takes the initial engagement, down to 70 points of health, but the real hit is going to be in towards A. The Molotov from Fallen will hold him at bay for a little longer, not allowing anybody from Palace to come on through. The smoke lined up by LK still can't be dismissed. Oh, LK still trying to take the fight. He was spotted out. He still got the kill on a Quack. Now that makes that possibility. 4 versus 4. The Molotov, it put RSRS off the position, and it did. 4 versus 3. It seems like for the first time in a long time the numbers are favoring the elements, but Haxi again, the danger man for the Silver Serpents, alive in through CT as he might just deny the bomb in transition. They're trying to get the bomb planted. 25 seconds left. It's Fallen, aggresses through, gets LK. This is time for Haxi to strike, and he does. Beautiful flick. 2 versus 2. 20 seconds with the bomb being dropped wide open as day. It's all left on Haxi to hold for a little longer as Abu's on the rotate in through short. They're trying to pincer them in here, not give them any room to work with. Haxi de-aggressing on the perfect moment. This might be a disaster. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. If he re-aggresses now, it might be a problem. And Abu coming in from being short. It's a huge problem as no cover could be provided. Nims trying to play 2 steps ahead but failed to look 1 step where there was a ditch. It's not been looking good for the elements so far. They have another buy here. But LK on the AWP, will that even change things? Maybe they need change, but I don't really see this as the best course of option. Taking the boost here, pretty nifty stuff. Abu's gonna be playing on the back of the Quack's distraction, and if a Quack plays anywhere towards the side pillars, it might be a best distraction that he can buy. The smokes again, the B executes out. How will the Silver Serpents respond to it this time? And by initial entry ended, but he didn't put the player towards boost. Abu gets the first, and I think that's all he's gonna get. Bunty, wait, he actually ended up getting Bunty as well. That's a fair trade. Razor finally puts him to his demise though. Now with 3 versus 3, with all 3 players coming in through market, it definitely will hinder the retake potential. Although RS finally chiming in with the frag, and Fallen finds 1 as well. The table suddenly turned as Nims. He's turned into a dead man. 9-3, the Silver Serpents, when we doubted them on map 1, they come out guns blazing on map 2. The elements have come in with another buy. But again, the hopes for them winning is camouflaged in defeat. Nims already gets the opening kill, but the Silver Serpent's more than ready to re-aggress. Haxi again holding the powerful off angle. The flash didn't work, but neither did the shot. Haxi ends up biting the dust. This is not how it turns out, is it? LK coming in with backlines. Let's clean up his teammate in the form of RS. But Abu has already rotated in through the B side. But mind you, they're being sold a fake again, suckers. Because the real hit is into it. Hey! Nims and Raze are already taking forward control as the bomb is going to be on rotation. The only person with any kind of hope to redeem this round is Fallen. They know exactly where he is. Nims has his scope primed towards this exact position. We're able to get the drop. Yes, he does. Fallen. He has fallen. And now, a minute left on the clock. Abu, 1 versus 3. Seems like a daunting task already. And Nims watching this exact position. I think he even spotted the jump, if I'm not wrong. No, he actually doesn't land the flick. 1 versus 2. Now it's definitely a possibility. Considering that there's only a smoke onto the elements, this might be an even bigger problem because they don't have anything to set each other up for succeeding. But hey, Razor, perfect on the reposition. 9-4, the elements. They finally get another round. But in all honesty, they get 2 more. It's a good half. 96, this is what we expect a Mirage to end as. But I feel like they had so much more potential in this half though. What do you think?
I mean, yes, they did lose out a lot of aim duels, but I think it was Equac, you know, one of the round towards B shot, just mowing down two players.
No. But Nims, you talk about a quack, but Nims is being the crazy man himself, bunny hopping all the way from Palace in towards triple, getting the kill onto the player playing CT, and thus both the distraction and the opening that the elements needed to capitalize upon. Now the boost in, will they expect this? Fallen, he's holding a very, very tight angle, and the flash comes in on top of this guy. Imba, they're merely kissing. This is a love story destined to fail. Imba, the flash coming in, he's gonna jump down CPT. Will he just replicate Dupree from half a decade ago? Gets the initial kill, Fallen. Oh, the headshot to the face, and he slams him shot. But the headshot comes in return as well. Tag down a 7, trying to spot the weasel, but he's too weak to pop it. Down a 7, he needs the save. He won't have any margin for error on the save. And I think he's taking the safest route here. No, he's going in through its T-spawn. LK already looking at the general vicinity. He misses the shot. Bunty, he's gonna be ready to catch him off, and he has the jump. No, it's actually left unpunished. Razor with the knife! God damn! Oh, Razor. Disrespect.
Sharp as a razor blade.
Again, I just... Oh.
What?
I mean, like, consistency is good, but if it's, you know, to a good side of it, Fallen down early. The only response is going to be Abu, and his position already being discovered might be a problem for the rotations, because Nims is always a step ahead. He didn't even care what the player playing B has. He's like, guys, deal with him. I'm going to deal with the rotations. And he's like, goes, kills, done. Got another player, but RS is very, very close though, so it might be a problem. The flash, it actually ends up flashing themselves. Another counter flash, and Imba, he's just holding the line. Gets the initial headshot, but a quack with the CZ. He might be able to wreck this about, and he does! 2 kills already netted, the bomb being planted, last round of the first half, and a quack. He needs to give this a try. He needs to try getting the clutch back in his favor. Good for the first, but Razor downs him before he has any more ambitions. 9-6 elements. I like the response they've come up with. I like that they're actually contesting this and not letting it go to a map 3. They won this here and they won this now, but the Silver Serpents, they simply don't budge. Nine to 6, the elements. Starting off on the favorable side here with a decent scoreline, but not a cushioning one, so they don't have a lot of margin for error here. Pistol round, it might be mandatory for them to bag this, and well, talking about bagging this, Ember's already in a good position, but it's a fate being sold. Razor, good for the initial kill on RS, and he spots the bomb as well. This is all the information that the elements need to work out of. Razor trying to one-up himself, trying to get another kill, but he should not be greedy. All he needs to do here is buy time and distraction, and Razor, he gets even more. He gets another headshot, leaving Abu in a 1 versus 2. 1 versus 3 actually. Swaps out to ESPN from Van, can get the headshot on an instant transition. Mind you, all players are coming from here, and then they're flushing into his bullets. Abu, 1 versus 2 now. It's a possibility of fleeting one in that. He gets a drop on a Bunty. How about the elements letting this one go away? 45 HP versus 13. The headshot either way coming in return will change things. And no! Ember! He goes down. Abu Zafar Ali Khan. 4 names, 4 kills.
Point blank range.
Exactly, the elements, they just let it happen. They just tried to fight individually, and in individual succession they fell. Oh, elements, this was not supposed to be the way things turned out. After the heroics of both Razor and Imba, this just falls apart. Initial kill netted towards underpass already as the entry towards B. It's successful, and well, it's mere USPs that they're up against, but The Mac 10s, they give you a heck ton of kill reward for each kill you do net with the gun. The Quack get caught up reloading, but just straight up gangsters Bunty. Sprays them down like they did to Biggie. 11 to 6. The Elements, they finally have enough money for a buy, but is it a justified one? Do you think they should have ecoed in this round and gone for the buy the next round?
I'd say yes, but I mean, they're down 5 rounds, but I don't know. They don't have much
at least
utility,
personally, I prefer to just buy the next round, having all the utility in the world to work with. Will give both your teammates and your in-game leader a lot of options up on the board. Bunty and Richard kill netted, but that's all you could find there. The Mac 10's overrunning the position as Arvis finds a second kill in the game. And Quack getting the drop on a Nims. He tried his best, but he couldn't succeed. Now the spam coming on through, but Ember through the smoke, counter spam. That's how it runs here. That's how it rolls in the A-bomb side as the Elements, they don't even get anything rolling. It's just the Silver Serpents steamrolling this one out of control. Wait, what? Aris burnt a Quack at connector? Alright. So you want to give out a helping hand here. They certainly have a defuse kit, but I don't think that this crossfire will be broken anytime soon. Look at this, it's so powerful. This is literally like the Bermuda Triangle, because as soon as you enter it, you get lost, just like Razor did. And this has to be another round favoring the Silver Serpents, and this is exactly why, Manoj. Just imagine if they had more defensive utility on the retake. How much more easier could this retake have gotten? A heck ton. Four-man stack towards the A side, while LK and his lonesome AWP try to ring a bell towards B. Again, the hopes of them winning this round is as bad as... Oh no, LK actually comes in with a flick. If he gets a second, this might be a possibility, but needed to land a quick one there. Will end up going down after a single frag, and now the Elements. Man disadvantage, map advantage though, so they do have a little bit of room to breathe, but I wouldn't really give the side of Silver Serpents that opportunity to get to a map 3. If you're the Elements, you gotta be tuned in right now to end this here and now. Just think of it as a best of 2 series and play it like that. But at least for now, what do you think that the Elements need to do differently though?
I think they're just going too aggressive, you know. I mean, they're forcing almost every round. So, I don't know, buddy. They just need to save on the utility, use it well. That's gonna win them rounds. Silver Serpents are just... You saw the previous round where they just ran out A-ramp and just destroyed everyone. So, utility, buddy, utility.
$13 to 6. Can you even envision a comeback at this point?
I'd say yes, they're on the CT side. Mirage being a more fairly a CT-sided map, I can actually sense one, you know.
Well, let's hope your gut's right in this one, because we are in for one hell of grand finals. And in the first map, it is actually the Silver Serpents who tried to come back, but at the end, they did end it with a respectable scoreline of 16 to 9, if I'm not mistaken. But this time around, it's the Elements playing on the back foot. So let's see how they will respond in kind. They have a lot of defensive utility, like you said, but a minute 20 on the clock, and they've already used the majority of it. Without the side of Silver Serpents having to commit a lot, but a Quack! Again, he's going crazy with his contributions on the T side. The CD side, on the previous game, he did look a little dry, but now he's starting to look away, just like, okay, it is. For a second, I thought he might get the second frag there, but now with 2 versus 4, things are looking dire for the Elements already, and they might just consider a save, and exactly so. The Silver Serpents, 14 to 6, as they will inch closer and closer to map point, forcing a deciding map 3 in the series. This is the finals we expected, Manoj, and it seems like Cuttack is certainly delivering. Just trying to save here. The Elements, they will be successful in their quest to save their guns, but to win the map, That's an entirely different beast already. This comeback, it'll need to be out of the world. Because I don't sense anything coming whatsoever. The Silver Serpents on their T side. They go aggressive and there's nothing that the elements can do to change that fact. Just imagine, Manoj. The elements, they need 8 rounds back to back just to tie the series up. Imagine playing for the map victory or even overtime. How much of a daunting task will it be?
I did play a fairly friendly tournament recently. You know, it was on Mirage. It was the Nvidia Gamers Meet, if I'm not wrong. So it was against you, if I'm not wrong, where you were winning 10-1 with all the trash talk, but then we ended up winning the game 16-11.
Well, anything is possible, like you said, Manoj. Exactly like what happened to Relive Gaming in Season 2, but we don't really talk much about that, do we?
Yeah.
Good reason as well.
I wouldn't call out, you know, like Premiership, but a few starter cups, meh.
Well, you tried your best, but you won't succeed. So, I think that should be the theme for your team, but in all actuality, Silver Serpents, even though they might be at a man disadvantage, they've spread the defense so thin. Look at this. If Nibs ends up going down now, the B-side is going to be up for grabs. And now that they're committing a rotation towards A, they've completely relinquished mid-control as well. But Nibs, he's sensed that there's an absence of terrorists here, and he wants to see what exactly is going to happen. He wants to see how he can try and cast them off guard. And alright, no! He actually gets the kill in return. Nibs, he played all his cards right, but he still ends up being the Joker. 3 versus 3. Now we return to even and sane scenes as the elements. It looked for a second as they could just sway the round's favor to their side. And LK holding the perfect off angle. Initial kill already netted in the bag, and Haxi coming in from short. Really able to get the shot onto LK as he's trying to just play around cover. Fallen will need to coordinate with Haxi. There's only one place he can be hiding, and that's a pillar. Sim, but not fast enough for the kill though. Fallen all alone, 1 versus 3. LK triple kill already. Might just get another quad today, and it's been a finals filled with quad kills, aces, and clutches. As Razor will steal the quad away from LK, but netting the round at the end of the day, 7-14. Now, given if they win like 3 gun rounds, they might be close to an even Steven scoreline. The elements, they have everything going in their favor for now, except for the scoreline. They have the money, they have the utility. Not sure why Bunty didn't invest anything, although he had $600 in the bag. On the other end, the Silver Serpents economy, it's not broken just yet. They can survive another round loss, mind you. And they are more than happy to respond with elements of aggression. Bunty getting caught off guard again. Haxi, he's been super on point with his aim so far. It looks so twitchy that for a second I get scared there, but he's able to always compose himself and land these shots, which you don't really see many players attempting. I think crossfire placement might not be one of his specialities, but he's made up for the fact by raw aim. A quack aggressing through. This man has been a monster and quite a terror right now. Luckily, Imba puts the terror to his shot as he does gain control, but in the process he's allowing players to go in towards B as he's taking the utility and the resources to defend the A bomb side. LK a little late towards the cross. The Molotov should come in, and LK burning. The floor is lava and you're trying to stand on top of it, my friend. Does find a small rock to call home. 2 versus 3. The retake is even I think this retake is too ambitious. They shouldn't even attempt this. Imba, the flash is primed to his succeeding, and well, he actually gets the first, but Fallen gets the refrag. The spray almost comes in, but Fallen doubles up. And I told that flash was meant for him to succeed, because I thought he was going to push the smoke. Clear bench, your teammate will work off market, and he can slowly start to cover more grounds, but he ended up just jumping on top of the dumpster. They're hiding behind the smoke rather than actually taking engagements which he needed to do at that point.
You know, if Silver Serpents do win this one out, just like how chat says it, you know, they might not be Silver Serpents after all. Bunch of badgers.
Well, chat's been a little silent today for some odd reason. Would like to know why.
Even yesterday.
Imba, initial kill, not netted there. The quack, initial entry in the bag, but the spray! Nims, again going massive. It's just spray after spray after spray. Simply landing on either sides of the server. LK regressing. He catches off RS, who's supposed to be the player who's supposed to work off the distraction that Haxi is trying to buy. But they've realized it. But look at this. A Cuttack coming in from market. He might just change things here. Gets the first. The movement from Nims. It saves his skin. Gets the flash in at the nick of time. Playing in from Ben. Trying to get as much cover as he can. He gets another one on Haxi before he does end up falling. 2 versus 1. Cuttack needs to come up absolutely massive with an ace clutch if he needs to end this here and now. But the Elements, they're careful now. They don't want to give this one away just like they did a few rounds ago. Holding a very passive angle. Razor, he might just get cut short. Look at Cuttack. He's aggressing. CQC gets the first kill. Knows exactly where the second player is. 45 seconds left, but LK gets the headshot in return. 15-8, keeping the hope of Elements alive for map 2. But the Silver Serpents, they're just an inch away from forcing a map 3, which I doubt the Elements would like. The smoke at Snipiness as they do try to gain mid control, and they're trying to work off the connect presence that they're gonna get and try getting as much room for RS to maneuver around A ramp. Razor, the Molotov, it'll not allow him to peek actually. He'll need to be on the passive stance, and with Bunty playing so close, that's the bomb! Fallen! He falls! Nobody there to support him! This was a huge problem now. The Elements, they have control of the bomb, they have control of the round as well, but no! Bunty ends up going down. No support provided by his teammates. Okay, he's trying to get A under his wrap. Frags do come the other way though, and he's trying to contest as much as he can, but there's only so much one man can do. The Molotov, it'll keep him engaged for now, and with Nims coming so fast on the back lines, it might just change things here, Manoj. Are they gonna expect this though? The plan is gonna come in for the open positions, and Nims able to deny it. The flash atop the skies, they know there's another plan into its side. RS completely blind as a bat. Nims doubling up, and his team replying in kind as well. It's only Haxi remaining. Tags Razor down, kills Razor, but LK quick to respond. 15-9. The Elements 1 round away from hitting double digits. What is Silver Serpent's gonna do here? Their buy is gonna be abysmal. They do go for Mach 10, so right? They want to change the pace up a bit. We've seen that in the past. It might be a similar case now.
Oh, the failed Molotov.
We all saw that. That might end up costing them a little later on. The round still very young. A Cuttack progressing through short. I think he spotted the jump. I think he did. Now that's information relayed. You know, man is playing passive into be short, and that's the most likely because there's either one man to its side or they're trying to just relinquish mid and play another man to connector. Regardless what, it's just a stack towards A, and now it's headed towards B side. Razor, initial fragmented, but the Mach 10s, it can decimate you close range. But look at this, it's a switcheroo. They're trying to hit towards the A side, and Cuttack, he finds the opener, the bomb can't come in through underpass, but are they going to do that? Fallen from a partner's here, range 7 down. It's only Ember remaining. And he's coming in from short. A 1 versus 2. 1 versus 3. But this seems too dead already. RS holding the angle. He gets spotted out. The op prime to his position, and that is gonna end it. I hope so. It does. There we go. Gets a kill, but that's all he's gonna find. 16-9. As it's gonna be the Silver Serpents forcing out a map 3. It has been a very long final, and we look to make it even more interesting. Before we do go off for a quick break, a quick shout out to our sponsor to make the tournament possible. Title sponsors ASYLUM powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsor Next Wave Multimedia and Kaspersky. GPro partner Galax, Energy Drink partner Monster Energy. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Overpass will be right at your service.
I love you so. So why must it be that I break everything I hold? Don't know what it takes to make it through the day. Though I'm standing here, that you walk away remains my greatest fear. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody that floats above any wave. But I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Now I believe that you are not yet free. I've got this fear that I'm not either in my bones, you see. So we can only hope to hold the others strong, and in the arms of grace will be your love, be your song. I'd like to be a voice without a way, melody that floats above the wave. I'd like to be voice without a way, like a melody floats above the wave. But I'm coming down like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down like a cannonball. Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold?
Butterfly dancing in the sky, spreading wings, flying high. Colors reflect into your eyes. Lush, baby, love. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself.
It goes the long distance, the Silver Serpents and the Elements fighting tooth and nail to be crowned the champions of the ILG Cup Season 3 Cuttack Minor, happening down at AR Gamers Asylum. The Elements a dominant performance on map 1, but the Silver Serpents do return the favor on map 2. They end up trading maps, and now the Elements winning the 9th round. Might just start off on the CT side. Alright, I think they will start off on the T side, but there's a man down here, and there should be a resume happening as soon as we do get the last player in the server, which we do. But this is gonna be it. The last map. The Silver Serpents show resilience and composure on map 2. Let's see if map 3 will be any of a different story. Before we do go any further with the game, a quick shout out to our sponsor making the tournament possible. Title sponsors aided by Logitech G, associate sponsor Nestle Multimedia and Kaspersky, GPro partner Galax, energy drink partner Monster Energy. It does seem like we're having a small problem with the last player not able to connect. We'll quickly get that issue resolved and come back with the game when it's ready to go live. Until then, enjoy some nice music.
Oh, to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office that you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
know. Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
does seem like the pause has finally come to an end. I doubt you could wait out the excitement as well. The Elements taking on the Silver Serpents, Map 3, the final map of the ILG Cup Season 3, Cuttack Minor. Finals happening down at AR Gamers Asylum. This is the long road that both these teams wanted to have a walk on, and now one of them will have the disappointing walk home. But which one is it going to be? Elements, who dominated Silver Serpents map pick of Dust 2, or is it going to be Silver Serpents who dominated the previous map, and now it's on Overpass? Initial engagements taken already, with LK biting the dust early. He tried to go aggressive but wasn't able to find much success. But now it's going to be the matchmaking strat coming into effect. The rush on towards B. Imba trying to hold the line in through B shot. Razor and Imba both stepping in for the fray as Razor gets yet another, and he's still not been dealt with. It's only Abu remaining, and they hold the line. The Elements, they take this to close quarters, but the P2000s, they just hold the line. Look at this. Razor, beautiful job managing both stewards short and long. No tension whatsoever. The Silver Serpents, they'll have a buy coming in alright, but it's not going to be a great one. A couple of Deagles, a CC on board as well. The only utility they surprisingly chose to invest into was a smoke. Wonder what that is leading towards. Push on towards mid. Imba has an inkling. The nade's gonna be really good because it forces Abu on the aggressive stance. The nade did end up netting Imba a kill in the form of the MP9, and Razor catches Haxi off. I got a little scared for a moment, but it ended stabilizing. Imba, no one's to his party, just got shot from that exact vicinity, and now Nims, he'll have a chance to clean things up here. He's gonna push on through towards long. Silver Serpents, they want to try taking this to as CQC as they can, but the problem is the scouts, the MP9, regardless which distance they do take the fight, it seems like the Elements will have the upper hand no matter what. RS, all alone, no buddies left on board, wondering what to do. Imba, it's gonna be close-lining him, makes a little bit of noise, but that's just my juke by the reaction. The CZ surprisingly doesn't have a kill at that range, and that's going to be a second round on the board for the Elements. What do you think that the Silver Serpents need to do differently here, Manoj, on their buy round?
I mean, it's just 2 rounds. I wouldn't call it quits on them, but
what do you think that their game book might need to be to beat out the Elements in this one?
I think they should just barge in towards any site, you know. That's what they did in Mirage. I mean, it's going to be a little harder on Overpass, but they can try a fast B play maybe. B shot play and then work off it.
Like they did in the pistol, but this time around with utility and weaponry, it might just become a different story altogether. And LK, you talk about utility making a different story. This might just be it. The initial engagement taken, but that allows him, but a clothesline him. Abu has no clue what hit him, and it hit him at the back of its head. Put him down at peace. Imba spotting one more. It's actually a little too over ambitious. A quack through the smoke, able to land the kill on Imba, lining it up with peace and perfection. Knows that LK isn't through bathrooms. They know another man is very close, and they know that there is a front line closing in as well. But Haxi luckily has cover provided by his teammates, and Bunty with the XM executes fall in close range. 1 versus 2. Haxi, he's so dead low. RS needs to step up, and he does so. Bunty is down. Now it's a possibility, a glimmering one in that, but he still makes it work. Haxi gets yet another in. Haxi gets his first in the round, courtesy of the backup, and it's just bait and switch. The Elements not able to hold on to the clean sheet as the Silver Serpents reply 2-1. They win the buy round alright, but they didn't have much players up. It's only 1 player that they have remaining, and now that's going to cause problems in their buy because they will have to settle for inferior rifles perhaps. Maybe the Galillas are going to be out again. Doesn't look like it. The UMP is out from Fallen. Going to invest in more utility? Why is he not investing in utility? He has $600 left in the bag. That is questionable at the very best. The Elements, they're not going to sit back and play back. Oh, we all saw that, Bunty. We all saw that. There's no point of hiding away. But in all honesty, the Elements, they're doing the right thing as well. They have aggressive shot control. They're contesting towards mid heavily. They know that they can't just sit back, lay passive, and expect frags to just fall out of the sky into their laps. And the boost. I just changed things here. They're taking the save boost as well. Now they're not exposed towards long. Fallen and Haxi is a very dicey fire, and it does! It backfires, and what faction as well! Now, Bunty reaggressing the exit 104, he puts it off a little too late! Had a knife out. Imba did spot just one man crossing through B shot though, and a quack. Is that the bait? Is that the bait play? Oh no! Imba, he misses the shot. 2 versus 4, and now they need to be on the save. There's no realistic reason they will attempt this. LK does end up getting a kill though, 2 versus 3 as they're trying to make this a possibility. Imba will need a save. What a round it's been. Silver Serpents respond in kind. The Elements, they really can't force a buy now. They need to work off mere pistols. They do have a good start here, but let's hope that the Silver Serpents just don't come crunching upon them at any moment. They get the B side alright, and they get it for free. There is a player hiding in the smoke. No defuse kit, sadly. We could have witnessed a ninja. The buy finally does come in though from the Elements, and now this is their chance to gain the lead back. The Silver Serpents, they have a round lead alright, and that's exactly what you told Manoj. They should just try committing to one side, and this seems like the side that they want to head, the B side. Often the hardest side to hold as a CT if you don't have utility, and this is exactly why. Luckily they got aggressive to mid, and they can get on the early rotate. A lot of counter utility from the Elements though. Bomb being planted for short. The utility has kept the Elements on bay for quite a while. Found the smoke disposed of. RSRS. Holding the line while the rest of his teammates focus the attention into a shot at the boost. If anyone peeks prematurely, this might be the undoing. Flash comes in and they're going to go for the save. Elements. This is why they needed this round, because this could have potentially helped them to put a full stop on the Silver Serpents lead, but now this is gonna just push the Silver Serpents into a greater deficit, and the Elements, they might just end up facing their wrath. Elements. There's been a couple of rounds where the aggression from Silver Serpents have just been unpunished. Do you think that the Elements need to play over aggressive now? Do you think they need to show their hand in more places of the map just to make sure that the Silver Serpents can't get so many rounds for free? Bunty certainly holding the line in too long as he gets yet another. Takes Fallen down at 32 points as he's trying his best. He has the only gun in the team, mind you. RS. Pushing through. He's trying to get as much of an impact as he can from truck, but simply not able to connect the bullets. Bunty, the boost, it ends up doubling up the frags. 2 versus 2. Now we're dead even, and considering Fallen is only at 6 points of health, it needs to be Haxi that does the primary heavy lifting, and he already knows one's going up close and one's going to come up close in Bristol. Down to 20 HP, 1 versus 2. One team might have a combined HP of 40, but that's not going to be good enough against 2 men who might be lower on hit points, but you don't have a kit, you don't have time, you don't have anything going in your favor actually. Molotov still sets things to stone, as Bunty will be left to save the M4. Did a good job getting 2 kills there. Did keep the economy of the elements, economy of the Silver Serpents a little more humble with this one. And the buy is gonna come in as well. Finally, elements have an AWP. Do you think that this is something that have been missing for a while?
I think elements should just play aggressive, you know, like that.
With the back of a knob?
Yes, on Opas you can do that, you know, get a pick of mid and then maybe fall back and push B shot, you know. Do stuff like that. Like you saw in Dust 2 how aggressive they were on towards A shot and A long.
Well, they are going aggressive in through B long this time around. Then completely negated shot though, but the kills actually come in return. The elements, they had the element of surprise, but it just didn't seem enough. Razor getting the initial kill, he actually doubles up. How was Abu allowed to go down there? But 2 versus 2, they end up coming even on the trade. Haxi, the spray, it connects through the wall. Bunty is down. 1 versus 2. LK with AWP needs to go absolutely berserk here. Holding the line, very close, gets the flick. A Quack was on the peak, he gets the double. LK stepping up for his team when everyone stood down. What a beautiful clutch with the AWP, and this is what they've been missing for a while, Manoj. The second kill, a thing of beauty. They have a lot of rounds to play with. Even if they do get another 4-5 rounds, it should be a good half for the elements. On the other hand, Silver Serpents have already done more than enough. LK gets the initial kill after, but he does go down, and that made him even on the trade. Even though he did get a double, that's all he could have done from that position, as he was being watched from either end. Not a really great situation for any opera to be in. And mind you, they've already committed rotations in towards the A side. If Fallen is able to find a solo clear in towards B, this might just change the course of the round. And the rotation is coming in from Imba. He might just get caught off guard here. The kill comes in return! Fallen! How did he not get that frag? He was waiting. He bit his time, but he bit a bullet as well. Haxi, 1 versus 3. Needs to come up massive with a triple kill clutch. But Nims, holding a very passive line, will be able to down him on the entry. 4-5. The elements. This time around, they didn't play aggressive at all, Manoj. What they did is they tried to play passive. They tried to play off crossfires. And maybe that's something the elements are trying to bait them into. The initial engagement towards mid did certainly bait them into the A hit. And as soon as the hit did commence, they just walked into a blender. Now, the Silver Serpents, they need to compose themselves. They have the buy coming in, and it's a better buy than the elements. Whichever team does end up winning this round, the half will definitely go in their favor, because now both the economies are really down to the last penny. Imba, really good angle held, trying to get the spray. It's a little iffy. Abu sticking around for the engagement, will be stuck to his grave, as he will be waiting for his teammates to respond. They know that they have aggressive stances in through B shot. That means the B side might be significantly weak. A Quack! What a flick! Razor had no chance up against it, and that Molotov, perfect to bait them in towards his op, but he wasn't exactly looking there. He just wanted security over a kill, and he's again watching exactly where they want to peek. It seems like this man always has an inkling as to what's gonna happen, and he works off it. Initially, that kill towards side was unbelievable. Not many people even hold that angle, but he expected it. Got the flick. 3 versus 3. The retake effort is on as they try to funnel themselves into a shot. Bunty, good for his kill, but he knows exactly where the other two are. Gets another one. 1 versus 1. Things might change as a defuse kit right at B short, but Haxi ain't gonna allow none of that as he pushes in through bridge. They play off each other here, the Silver Serpents, and they can win together like this as well, because now they've completely shut down the elements. They can go for another buy here, but it won't really be a great one. LK and Razor will both be low in weaponry and utility. You might just see the AWP from Nims come out. Oh yeah, there we go. Nims drops out the AWP on LK as they do all invest. But it's not a good investment by a long shot. It's only Imba who has remote sense of utility and has a defuse kit as well. But the push on through, they're not ready for this. Nims barraged by 9mm as both of them do fall. The back tens, they reign supreme on the B side, and again the elements might just be forced on the save. The Molotov is good, does force at least one play out of position, but they have found a utility. RS smokes the safety, and Bunty knows exactly where Haxi is playing from. It's the next one-on-one for shot as he tries to close in from the back line while Imba tries to work on the front line. They need to work together, they need to find success together, and that's the only way they'll find those retake as a success. Imba falls, and soon Bunty falls as well. It's left all on LK, but the headshot from Fallen removes the op and the head off LK. 7-4, the elements. They're dry in terms of rounds. The Silver Serpents, this might be a CD-sided map alright, but they're more than comfortable to play on the T side. Flash into it, be long. It's a nasty engagement. Nims, he actually comes up on top of that. He was completely blind, but the reflash might just change things. They're trying to play around B short here. The Silver Serpents, did you have anything left for what's going on? It's a complete B stack. Haxi tagging him down 40, but now the rifles, they need to be lifting because the utility will be so useless up close to personal. This is why the close range will favor the pistols, and if you're out with utility, you are bound to go down. The Silver Serpents, they survived this round of brute forcing their way into B short and well, B long, and well, it was a success. Another long rush. Nims has utility this time around. The nade is gonna be juicy, and the frags might be even juicier as he tries to step up for his team. 2 kills, that's all he could have found, but a lot of damage done on the rest of the players as well. This is more than enough now. A comfortable clean up. Imba! What a flick! A quack bites the dust, and another one! LK chimes in as well. The double lob ring bells towards the B side as they finally put the plow on a hold. 8-5. The elements. The double lob setup is working alright, but the Silver Serpents, they have a lot of utility to compensate it with. Let's see if they're able to do it well though. LK initially wanted to take that engagement in through its mid, but thought better of it. Didn't find the need to go on the over aggressive stance. Didn't spot Abu towards connector though. So some pieces of information were relayed. LK was watching towards long, but that's allowed Haxi to creep on through. Initial damage taken. LK not committing to the fight. The flash, it's good. It forces them into an engagement, and the retake Imba gets the kill on a Haxi. He was trying to hold the angle, and he might just overcommit here. He's going for the wide peak, misses the shot. Lucky to escape with his life, but the flick! Imba stepping up towards the A side as he doesn't allow anybody from the Silver Serpents to even set foot. They're trying here. They're trying desperately to salvage this. They have a smoke, they have a flash. That's all the utility that they have to work with. And Imba, he doesn't need utility as he goes for the repeat time and time and again. Luckily, due to the line that Imba's holding, it might just allow Bunty to re-aggress. The smoke is out. They're trying to get a little cover in. Imba, it's been on point so far, and courtesy of the backup that he's gotten now, it might be even better. Bunty, he's a very forward player now. This might be an issue if he goes down alone. He does. A quack expecting this exact play. The Deagle, oh my freaking god! Imba, he doesn't know what hit him. They're pushing on forth. The bomb coming on the back lines, but a quack, he might just triple up. He's doing all the work, and with the Deagle is my other op, he says, as he finds all the kills in towards the side, and he's trying to extend the lead, calling off rotations. Oh, what was that? Flush out play. Nims coming in from the back lines. He tried to circumvent a Quack's position, but they know exactly where he's coming from. Abu, 3, 2, 1, pop. What a round. A quack. My oh my, goes massive with the deagle. The Elements, they were destined to win that round. LK and Imba were shutting things down towards the A side. A two-man advantage. But that's all they could find before the Silver Serpents turn the table around. Although LK initial kill next did get the refrag though, and that's a really good trade that Silver Serpents will be taking any time of the day. Because even though the numbers are even, it does make the T-side slightly. Imba, perfect off angle, perfect kill, utility to back off as well. This is textbook CS coming out from the Elements, but it's not been favoring them for the majority of this game. Spam. Again, it's being Flush-esque a little too much today. At least for now, Silver Serpents, the only silver lining is they're trying to contest Connector, and Bunty's all alone. If they get the frag on Bunty, they'll have the equalizing frag without Elements having any way to respond to it. But they're pushing through shot. Beautiful flash, but for a second I thought Imba might dodge it. He goes into a bullet. Why did he repeat that position? Bunty, he played a very vital role here to cut off the rotation, but no, he gets caught off guard. How did he hear that? What headset are you using, my friend? Definitely not a G1 as Razor. He steps up like a Gino. For a second I thought the refrag might not come in as the spray looked on point. Nims trying to perhaps juke around with the flash. He's got them both confused. He's coming in through graffiti when in reality they think he's coming in from heaven. The flash messages otherwise, though, is actually trying to be aggressive. But RS, perfect time, perfect finish, 10-5. Silver Serpent ending the first half with double digits already on board. And what a game it's been, Manoj. A quack going massive along with the rest of his team. You can see even by the scoreboard, every single man has been providing. Fallen, not as much. He was the savior of them in the previous map when they were put in a very dicey situation. This time around, he doesn't really need to do much, because on the CT side, with this double op setup on both Fallen and a quack, things might get a little scary here. Pushing through connector, RS gets the initial kill, and they're trying to work off the numbers, but the numbers just devoured by RS as he eats them a whole head after head after head, and Fallen. Perfect hold, they just walk into the USPs. The Glock, it is favored close range, alright, and I get that, but this is just not the way for you to go. Silver Serpents, they can taste victory and it tastes sweet. Aggressive control in through B short, and they have most of the positions ticked to the mark. A quack, even if the hit does come towards A, he's gonna be more than comfortable playing completely passive. Elements, they made do with the pistols prior, but let's see if they can make do with the deagles now, because at least for now, the defense on overpass, at least for Silver Serpents, has been so on point. They've not found a way through. A quack. I guess there's a 1 in 100 possibility he goes down. Here well, it is a 1 in 100. How did he come into that? God knows, because he spotted so many players but still chose to stuck around and take that fight. And now Elements, they have a man advantage to work with. They don't have the gun though, but it's going to be the high hit towards B, and they're trying to keep as much momentum as they can to their side. RS with the MP9, this CQC with no armor on the opposing end, it might just change how this round goes. Here's them to his long, and man, he's at the bomb, gets the first. RS making this a possibility as he doubles up. Luckily, Nims and Bunty, they get a frag apiece. 2 versus 2. They're keeping the numbers even across the board, but Haxi, he can deny the bomb plan there. He's gonna clothesline him, get the first and the second. Cleanup crew in charge 15 to 2, 12 to 5, 12 to 5. Ah, number is hitting me harder than the MP9 of Haxi. But this is a perfect game for the Silver Serpent so far. Dominant on the less favored side of overpass and now dominating on the dominant side. It just seems like Elements are completely zoned out of this. Haxi been on point so far, but Imba is gonna take a Quake down into its connector. Now what this does is it doesn't allow the Silver Serpents to get on the Quake rotate, and now to compensate for that, they're taking aggression into short. Let's see how this might work out though, because this might just end up falling in return. We've seen this when the Silver Serpents were countering this, but you never saw Silver Serpents do this. And well, Elements, they didn't see that one coming as well. Very nice reactionary plays coming in from the Silver Serpents, aggressing through at the perfect moment, perfect boost, perfect finish, and they might just one-up themselves here. The clothesline held in through B long as the flash should be coming in at any moment. RS, he needs to step up massive with Pratt. He doesn't get a single one. He's trying to bait for Abu, but Abu still not able to capitalize. RS, so Razor punching in the digits as Abu finds a kill on the Nims, but refrag after refrag after refrag. Abu, he wants to go massive. He wants all the frags to himself, but he gets killed in return. Fallen, 1 versus 2. There's a winner playing to step up, but you no! Why did he jump? He had time, he had kit, he needed to have patience there. This is just so unfortunate. Silver Serpents, it just doesn't seem like anything is gonna stop them at this point, but that previous round gave them hope, and hope is more than enough to start a rebellion. Are they gonna be rebellious here, Silver Elements is the question. Taking the boost. No, it actually ends up working in return. Razor finds the kill on a Fallen. How does that happen? Imba finds a frag in the connector. They're just walking in single file. The powers of the pistols as CQC, they can wreak havoc and they can play off each other, but they don't have many players to play off. And Razor, that's a Kobe. All the way from short, lands a 3-pointer and well, lands a headshot as well. 7 to 12, Elements starting to close the line here. 5 rounds is what split these teams apart. It's essentially 2 gun rounds at this point. They have a lot of utility to work with, and well, Silver Serpent, they're making the rational choice here. They're not going in for the force. They're like, guys, we have the round lead. We have everything going in our favor. We're playing against the Cafe team, and this might just be our undoing if we force into this round, because we won't be able to buy, and by the time they will come to an equalizer. So let's go with the conservative approach. Let's play passive. Let's play off pistols and see how much damage we can do. Quack. Perfectly placed. Perfectly executed. He's still holding the same line, mind you. And they just might walk into the slaughter. He gets yet another before he does fall. 3 versus 3. They go even on the numbers, but there's a lot of pressure being put on RS. Now aggressed at the perfect moment by Razor to down him. 2 versus 3. If the Silver Serpents are able to net themselves another kill, it'll be a decent bit of damage done already. But oh, freaking hell! What was that Fallen? Beautiful headshot on the Nims. Now it's a 1 versus 2. A lot of damage being dealt already in economic terms, and now it might just be the recession of the Elements. Even if they do win this round, they get a bomb plant, alright. But what if the Silver Serpents manage to inch out the next one? They'll be so much closer to map and match point, and he'll be so much further to abide. That was persona non grata like. Still sticking around here. Is he trying to pivot them to the side as soon as he taps the diffuse at the last possible second so they run in thinking he's ninja? And that might just be the play here. If economic damage is the name of the game, then that should be what he's going for, but I don't think he'll even be allowed to save from this position, will he? Nope, I think now he's safe. There we go. Shouldn't be. Oh no, it's actually Ember falling at connector. Alright. That's one less gun to work with, and I guess that's even more damage dealt to the economy of the Elements by Silver Serpents. Flashes in, elements. Contesting for toilets, and Quack is trying to contest himself, but cannot afford to push that smoke. If he goes down here, the A side will be up for grabs. Would you be comfortable playing so passive if you're the Silver Serpents? Because, personally speaking, when you have this lead and you want the momentum back, the best way to shut them down is with aggression, and Bunty getting aggressive, finds both the players into a shot. Axie, how did he pull the trigger? Abu put it under pressure to deliver. Good for the first. Molotov will push his teammate out of position, but Fallen's able to get the frags, and they just mow him down. The Elements, they get the engagements they wanted alright, but they're not able to do much post that, and so the Serpents, they completely capitalize. The Elements, they have everything to work with: smoke, splashes, nades, rounds, something. So something of a luxury for them now. Razor, initial entry, nade. Oh my God, Razor! How? That's borderline criminal, and Quack luckily able to get a frag on an LK. But the last time they did play around this position, it was a Quack who went crazy. Let's even go crazier on the other side. Forward smoke, and he's gonna play on the back of that inch. That's all he has to work with, but he might take a mile. Didn't spot anyone on the cross, but the re-aggression from Haxie. That's perfectly timed, but is it perfectly executed? The question, the first frag is there. Haxie trying to fall back, Imba catches him off. 2 versus 3. The Elements, they have a man advantage alright, but there's a lingering threat of aggression. They've not rooted out so far, and now it's turned into a passive stance. The Silver Serpents, when they get aggressive through B shot before, they completely floundered. But this time around, they are more comfortable playing in through sides. But the rotations will come in faster, but there's a possibility that RSRS might just be boxed in. They have a smoke here. How did they decide to use it? Smoking their side, they're trying to take as much of a condenser out as they can, and then initial few bullets whizzing through. It will give away the position of one of these players, but it might allow a Quack to go crazy. Spamming it through the smoke, but shouldn't have given his position away. The flash comes in, R is going to be on the peak. A Quack trying to do as much damage as he can, but they just play off each other here, the Elements. And in such a perfect way, the Silver Serpents wasn't able to get a single kill. 9 to 13, the Elements certainly on the comeback train. Spot a lot of players headed in through mid. That flash preemptively placed will allow LK to progress safely. Gets the first frag, and the Silver Serpents have completely abandoned ship. Gonna be the hit towards A, and the Silver Serpents are on the rotate money, but they won't be quick enough to contest. Okay, breaking through. He's not taking any stress whatsoever. Just walks in at the side, cleans both the frags. Silver Serpents certainly in contention now. It's not been freebie that's been gifted to them. Actually, good for the first frag. Has a creep, but doesn't have armor to work with. Trying to buy as much of a... That is a smart play, I'll give that to him, but sadly his shoulder was spotted out by Bunty. buy coming in from the Silver Serpents. Another double op setup. The previous time this did yield a lot of results, but will it change things this time around? Because it's going to be a flat out rush towards B. Bunty or Jadid in the forward stance, falling with the opening kill, but it's allowed Bunty getting in position, and with position he can wreak havoc. Good for the first kill, and Racer holding the far line. RS aggressing through waters. I don't think Bunty expected that. The bomb goes down, but so does RS. They have lost position into the side, and Axie goes down in from heaven. The double op, not really the best weapon to retake with, and the only weapons up on the retake. Fallen aggressing through, USB out, kill in. How does Simba let that one go away? Why use utility at that position, my friend? Now they're falling in back. They're trying to compose themselves, but in that process they're losing men, they're losing weaponry, they're losing every single thing they fought so hard for. Nims 1 versus 2, both ops sharing up against him, but Quack is actually watching with the rifle, so it's a possibility. They pick up a defuse kit. 2 seconds, 1 second, the defuse, it's cancelled. This might just be the saving grace. Does he have time at Quack? No! What a clutch! What a play! 13-11. And the deny at the last possible second. Only if they had a smoke. But that was a sad way to go down. The rushing towards B, the elements. They just don't want to stop. A Quack, blind as a bat, trying to line the frag up, but he can't. And now all his friends are dead. Taxi coming in from short, only good for the first kill. RS chimes in for 1. If he gets the tap onto Bundy, things might be a possibility here. But he doesn't have armor. He just barely have any life left. That should end the frag. 13-12, the elements. They've come back into this one alright. And in what a fashion as well. Silver Serpents, they've got to be kicking themselves for this one. They had such a huge lead coming in, but they've just left that waltzed away. Aggressive control through B shot yet again. The Silver Serpents still not able to get on the aggressive stance. Counter utility not used to the zenith of its potential. Oh, the lineup! Razor! Goodbye! Perfectly put from Abu. And the counter's path who actually might find Abu's head. No. Lucky to leave at 64 points of health. This is such a good game. Both the teams playing out of their goddamn minds. The nade takes Abu down 26. Perfectly put by Bunty. Waiting, biding his time. Haxie, he didn't know what hit him. Look at him, he looks like he's hungover. And LK, good for yet another. And Bunty chiming in as well. It's a disaster for the Silver Serpents as they've let gone of the B side yet again. It's only left on a Fallen. 1 versus 3. Oh, what a beautiful flick. 1 versus 2. This might be a clutch. This might turn from a dream into reality as he's trying to push on through. But Bunty so forward with his post plant. He might need the bomb is planted for heavens if I'm not mistaken. So he will be more than comfortable of playing this angle. Fallen, he needs to go for the savior. Bunty pushing on through that smoke. No, he's discovered. CQC, the AWP gets the kill, but there's no more time. He'll need to go for the save. (13-13), the elements. They tied the game up. Initially down 10-5 during the pistol with the Silver Serpents, able to bounce back, put up a 13th. But they're relenting in the face of defeat. It doesn't seem like the elements want to pick up an AWP just yet. They're more than comfortable with going in rifles because they're going in fast pace. Fallen Aggressive positioning through mid doesn't yield them any kills, but a lot of information to work with. They know exactly where the elements are going to play from. They know that they're either contesting in through B short and B long, and the amount of utility committed already is far too much. The elements more than ready to be patient enough to let the utility dry out and then commit to their hit, and that's exactly what they're doing. Lining up the smokes, lining up the Molotov. This is what they were waiting for. This is where they tipped Silver Serpents over the edge. And oh no, how did he go undiscovered? The double spray! They just walked past him! A 3 versus 3. Again, the Silver Serpents have let go, but look at this godlike positioning. RS, he's set up to succeed. He's going through, but no! He just walks in a razor. Again, a chaotic round with elements coming on top when the dust settles. Haxi, 1 versus 3. MP9. There are 2 players very close. Ooh, he gets the tap on the further one. He knows that there should be another player in the side all along. But the gun barrel could get in another, but no. Razor, the quad kill to put elements on the 14th round. The Silver Serpents, the surviving on max round loss bonus. They have money to invest, but not a lot. They definitely won't get an AWP. The AWP, in all honesty, hasn't been providing a lot for the Silver Serpents. And now they've realized that the B defense is far too weak to contain the aggression posed by the elements, so they're compensating for the fact by posting 4 players there. But there's my chain streak. Oh no! Why did Abu do that? He needed a secondary player to throw the flash, because that's so easily dodgeable. And now again, the man advantage going the way of the elements. 4 versus 5. As if things were in bad already, they just got from bad to worse. It's pushed the players in such an aggressive fashion. RS is aggressing through short. If he gets caught off guard, there's no refrag. Haxi is aggressed in through toilets. If he goes in, there's no refrag. It's just individual plays being set to succeed when it's not likely that it'll succeed. So they're playing against the odds here. We have another player just waiting at toilets. The peak comes in. Razor, he's been on point so far. The flash to allow Nems to go on the peak. Will they catch him in transition? Yes, they will. Bunty catches him off at the perfect moment. And now they're aggressive in through mid. Fallen is the only player ready to respond to Molotov. The smokes, it all blinds him. It puts him in a lot of pressure, and he needs to deliver. The Molotov will deny him to deny the bomb plan, and it's just denial of life as they don't have any prisoners in towards the A side. Every single member biting the dust except for RS as he's beneath them, and soon he's gonna be with them. 15-13. Elements. Home cafe, home team, home fields, comeback is a reality for them. The Silver Serpents choking at the last possible leg of the tournament in the last map of the grand finals. And what a heartbreak it must be for them. This is just desperation kicking in. The XM1014 to try getting some kind of response in, and Razor and Nims already starting off the havoc. Nims doubling up on the kill count. This is not the way they envision going home. Nims knows that one more is going to be playing up close, although Razor is close to the response though. The MP9, they're trying to do as much with the very little they have, and it's actually working out. Arts gets the other one, but he's so dead low. It leaves Fallen in a 1 versus 3. He's pushed very close in through bridge. This might not be expected from them, though. No, it is. LK, he's far too smart for that. 16-13, and this is going to be Elements, your champions of the ILG Cup Season 3 Cuttack Minor, happening down at AR Gamers Asylum. And this has been one hell of a grand finals. The minor was a little slow to start off in day 1, but well, today certainly both the finals delivered. Before we do end the stream for good, a quick shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible. Title sponsors Alienware, powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors Nextwave Multimedia and Casper's Key. GPro partner Galax, energy drink partner Monster Energy. It is me and Black sitting in front to deliver this amazing match to you, but we will say kudos now. Any final remarks, Manoj?
GG boys.
Well, a man with small words, I see. I like it. We'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Do tune in.
wish made me laugh. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only drink for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.